Well, they say technical analysis doesn't work. Either that or I have a crystal ball and I can tell the future. It's Rod with Pow Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth, everybody. Your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. In this video, we're going to be discussing XRP flash crash down to 50 cents. And I made a video on this a couple of weeks ago saying that I expected the digital asset XRP to see one more potential flush down to around that 50 cent or slightly below area before we see massive price appreciation. Before we get to it though, I'll discuss how I predicted that, how I looked at the charts and could see that we were more than likely targeting that level. It's not about being in the prediction business. It's more about looking at the most likely scenario, right? If 8 out of 10 indicators are bearish and saying a certain target, then we're going to be bearish and look for that target. If they're bullish, then we're going to be bullish, right? So as always, not financial advice though. This is for entertainment and informational purposes only. Should never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or anything that I write. Before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And then I made a post over on X. You can give us a follow there as well. At Group Pow is the handle for X, which is formerly Twitter. And you can see here I just posted about 28 minutes ago. I said, well, it finally happened. I mentioned this almost 2 weeks ago. I expected to see 50 cents flash crash for XRP first before massive upside. I mentioned it to Pow Group members on December 25th and also posted a video about it. I'm buying. So you can see here I posted on December 25th, XRP is looking juicy. XLM showing signs of life too. I really hope I am wrong this time about the technicals pointing to 50 cents first before a breakout. Of course, I didn't want to go to 50 cents. I got a lot of slack from this, right? People are saying, "Oh, you're a bear, you're a perma bear, or you're just trying to, make our lives worse," right? We've already endured a brutal bear market, the SEC, and everything else is popping off. Look at Solana, hitting $125 from $8, going over 10x, and XRP can't even get above $1 even after the lawsuit. So, it's frustrating, but unfortunately, this is just how markets work. And once you've been around markets for years and years, you start to realize how things work. And then once you start to really understand the basics of technical analysis and the way markets work, it just made sense, right? So as you can see, I posted this video. You can see the date was 12 days ago. So I posted it on Thursday. It was actually December 21st. So that post was on Christmas on December 25th that I made over on X. But as you can see, I posted that video on Thursday, December 21st. So you were given a massive heads up, and Happy New Year as well here in 2024. But yeah, that was on the 21st of December. So almost a 2 weeks heads up that XRP was more than likely going to hit 50 cents. There was also an article here from CoinDesk today. Spot Bitcoin ETF proposals to be rejected by SEC, says Matrixport. Yeah, I'm not sure this is behind the whole crash, but as you can see, XRP did hit 50 cents today. And if you take a look at the rest of the crypto sector, we actually got destroyed on all of our names, right? So we've seen a flash crash on Bitcoin, and then that resulted in altcoins dropping as well. And that's generally what happens, is Bitcoin leads the way. And then yesterday it was hilarious. I was in the sauna and I was like, I wonder when Jim Cramer's going to come out and say something bullish about Bitcoin, because we're getting pretty overheated to the upside. We're due for a correction. And then I kid you not, literally like 10 minutes later, I saw an article on X about Jim Cramer calling Bitcoin a technological marvel, and he said that it was quite the comeback, and he was kind of like praising it back up again after saying he would never own it in the bear market, and then it skyrocketed over 100%, and then literally right on cue, about 10 minutes after I was thinking about it, he came out and was bullish, and that made me even more bearish, right? It's the opposite. So he's news for the masses, not the classes. So generally, whenever he's bullish, you want to be bearish. Whenever he's bearish, you want to be bullish. No, doesn't mean it's always going to be the case, but I would say like 90+% of the time, you'd win. But how did I know XRP was going to potentially hit 50 cents? Well, you can check out this video. It was 10 minutes, 38 seconds. So if you want to go through that, that'll kind of give you you can take a trip back in time, essentially, with a time machine and see what I was thinking at that time, right? But I'll quickly go over it just as a reminder and just a follow up to that. So on the monthly time frame, we had this monthly trend support trend line here, and then on the weekly time frame, we confirmed a weekly downtrend, and we also had a descending triangle as well, which is a bearish pattern. So I was looking at 75 cents as the high, the low here at 57 cents, and then the high of the bounce at 69.9 cents, so 70 cents. Then we came down and we formed a lower low. So on this weekly candle this week, we lost key support there at 57 cents. So what constitutes a downtrend? Lower highs and lower lows. What constitutes an uptrend? Higher lows and higher highs. So you can see here, low, high, higher low, higher high, uptrend confirmed, high, low, lower high, lower low, downtrend confirmed. So whenever we start weekly consolidation or a downtrend, that means zoom out to the monthly or the next higher level time frame. If it's on the daily, it's a daily downtrend. Zoom out to the weekly, more than likely seeing weekly consolidation, losing the low of the previous weekly candle. Since it was the weekly downtrend confirming, you zoom out to the monthly and look for monthly consolidation, losing the low of the previous monthly candle. And that's exactly what happened. Weekly downtrend confirmed, lost the low of the previous monthly candle. So we are at risk of a monthly downtrend here with a high, low, similar to the weekly time frame, right? If we look at the weekly time frame, very, very similar. High, low, lower high, lower low. Do I think this is going to be the most likely scenario? No, I do not. High, low, lower high. Now we would need a lower low to be in a monthly downtrend. I don't think that is the most likely scenario. So now the key support going forward is going to be 42 cents there, that monthly higher low. As if we lose that, we confirm a monthly downtrend, and that is not going to be good for XRP bulls. Great for bears, but at the moment, I would much rather be bullish than bearish. I think time in the market with XRP right now is way better than timing the market. I've got an average on XRP in the 40 cents, might be high 30s, low 40s. It's been a while since I looked at it, but yeah, I was a buyer here. I'll continue to be a buyer, and I've just kind of been holding off on some of those positions as I expected 50 cents to be hit, and then sure enough, that's exactly what we ended up doing. So like I said, that weekly time frame was a clue there, and then key support is going to be 42 cents because if we lose that, monthly downtrend confirmed. So all about 42 cents support from here. I do think that it would hold, but like I said, we had that descending triangle as well, and then we had our support trend line there that we were targeting. So as you can see here, hit 48 cents. On some exchanges it was different, but yeah, it came very, very close to seeing that, and we could still see a bit more downside potentially, right? We could see that one more potential flush here. Everybody thinks we recovered, and then we finally see that target met of around 43 cents. Like I said, we have key support there on the monthly at 42, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if we came down for a bit of a bear trap and then ultimately hold that monthly uptrend. That is the most important thing going forward. So if you're wondering what's the most important support, it's all about 42 cents. And then, yeah, there was tons of things pointing to more downside. Again, check out that video. But essentially, we had a MACD bear cross that was forming as well. The stochastic had already formed a bearish. We lost the 10-week moving average, and then the lagging indicator was the MACD. That's generally what happens. You can see here whenever we were going bullish, when we were flipping to bullish momentum, the stochastic crossed bullish first, then we got above the 10-week moving average, then the MACD sent, then we sent in price. And then, same thing on the flip side here, on the momentum shifting to the bears and to the downside, stochastic first, then below the 10-week moving average, then the bear cross on the MACD. So this was to be expected in my opinion. And then I was also looking for a back test of the 50, it was the 50 there at 52, but the 100 weekly there at 50 cents. So I was expecting a back test of those weekly moving averages before we continued our ascent, and massive upside potential here into the spring. I think that we're going to kick it into high gear very, very soon. I think that a settlement is still very likely with the SEC and Ripple as the most likely scenario. And like I said, back test perfectly of that 100 weekly moving average, and we could see a bull cross of the 50 and the 200 weekly moving averages. The last time that happened, the price went from about 17 cents all the way up to $2, right? So as you can see here, price went from about 17 to $2 on that 50 and 200 weekly moving average bull cross. Then we had the bear cross, tons of downside when the shorter term's above the longer term, and it's on the weekly, it's way more bullish, right? Because the weekly time frame is such a long time frame. These weekly moving averages take forever to kind of define themselves. So the fact that we're seeing another bull cross here with legal clarity, I think that we could get a massive news catalyst for XRP, and that could be a settlement with Ripple and the SEC. So very, very bullish. I think Ripple could IPO in 2024. We're seeing major announcements. There could be another major announcement with regards to another CBDC project. So we could see another country potentially adopt Ripple's technology for CBDCs, and that's only going to increase the adoption and acceptance of XRP around the globe. As we know, it's a major point and part of their tech stack. So this was to be expected. I'm still a bull. I'm a buyer here. And like I said, I think this is a good thing that we got this out of the way, get the MACD bear cross out of the way. Still holding the monthly uptrend is the most likely scenario. Still as the most important factor. And then the most likely scenario, I think, is we hold that and we continue the monthly uptrend and we see a bull cross of these weekly moving averages and potentially all-time highs into the spring of 2024. All right, going to end it there. If this video is helpful, please like it, share it. I would appreciate it. Love each and every one of you who supported me along the way. It's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.